Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think yesterday we were discuss about the application, synthetic application of the diethyl malonate or malonic ester. And so far we have discussed 4 applications using diethyl malonate. So next application, look at here, that is application number 5, synthesis of 2-methyl butanoic acid using DEM or diethyl malonate or malonic ester. Now, what are the points needed or required for the justification, for the clarification of this application? So, how do you prepare, how do you plan this? So, first requirement is that to draw the correct structure of the given target molecule. The name of the target molecule is given 2-methyl butanoic acid. So, but indicate as a 4 carbon atom in the straight chain. Look at here. And you know that carboxyl OIC acid, it is always present at the end of the carbon chain. So, I am writing like this OH. And also remember, the carboxylic group, carboxylic carbon always given the number 1 and it start from 1, 2, 3 and 4. So look at here, at 2 position there is a methyl. It is a branched carboxylic group. So at 2 position there is a methyl group is present, CH3 over here. Now, and rest of the carbon atom, you can attach appropriate number of hydrogen atom. So, it is a terminal carbon atom. So, at this carbon atom, you can attach 3 hydrogen atom. This is, there are 2 bond already there. So, you should attach 2 hydrogen atom. This carbon atom has possess 3 bond. So you can attach only 1 hydrogen atom to that carbon atom, and this already satisfy for valency. It does not require, there is no need to attach hydrogen atom. So this is the structure of what we can call it as a structure of target molecule. Target molecule or the end product, or we can call it as a final product, it is there. And this final product or the end product you can prepare using this precursor, this starting material they have given. By using this you can prepare, only you use these starting material, don't use other. So by using that, your starting material should be DEM or diethyl malonate or malonic ester. And now, for synthesis of this target molecule, what you needed, you need the planning. Proper planning is needed. So here, remember planning. Essentially in the planning, we mentioning 2 points. If you see the usual way of studying this molecule, the planning, how we are performing, how we are planning this. So first point is, I am highlighting here CH, C double bond OH. this CH, C double bond O, OH, this part is coming from DEM. This part is coming from, this part is coming from diethyl malonate or malonic ester. Short form I am writing over here. So this part is coming from DEM or malonic ester. Now second point, now I am highlighting this part over here, this part, second point, this CH3 group means methyl group, this part is coming from, this part of the organic molecule is coming from primary alkyl halide, that is this one, CH3, right? Now the third point which I am making over here, this one. So here CH2, CH3, look at this is a ethyl group, and I am once again highlighting that part or showing in a square bracket. You can clearly see, you can clearly visualize this, and this part is coming from also from primary alkyl halide, which is this one, Br, you can say Br, then CS, which is methyl bromide, and below one is a ethyl bromide. That's it. And now next one, what is the next point required here? The next point required will be synthesis. This is the essential part, synthesis. Essentially what you need here is the structure of starting material or the substrate or the precursor, you can say here, and you know that the structure of malonic ester is ET, C double bond O, CH2, C double bond O, OET. Now this structure diethyl malonate, it will be treated with NaOET, sodium ethoxide. Once you treat with that sodium ethoxide, what will happen? This will abstract the acidic proton, which is methylene proton. You will get ETO, then C double bond O, CH minus charge, then C double bond O, OET, which is the species which you can see here clearly. The carbon atom carries negative charge. Such species are termed as carbanion, and that carbanion is well stabilized due to the resonance structure or the mesomeric effect. And now here I am going to take this molecule as such here, ETO, C double bond O, CH minus, C double bond O, OET, and after that I am going to use either this primary alkyl halide or another one. So let us see, I am using first one CS3 and Br, methyl bromide. And what happened here, this negative charge is attacking on that methyl group. There is a departure of Br, and we will be getting here ETO, then C double bond O, CH, CS3, then C double bond O, OET. This is a compound which we got over here. And now I am cleaning this part here so that you can see, you can observe the rest of the representation of the reaction neatly or properly. So now here what you can do here, most of the students get confused here whether they should hydrolyze it or they can use the second molecule of base, that is sodium ethoxide, what they can do. And that's why here is a somewhat confusion here, but in my previous lecture also I cleared that point. If there is a dialkylation, always use the second molecule of the base, which is sodium ethoxide. Don't hydrolyze it. If you do the hydrolysis first, what will happen in the hydrolysis? Ester group get converted into as acid, and after that if you use as a base, there is a competition between the acidity. Acid proton are highly acidic in nature, so if you use as a base, it can abstract the acidic proton and you won't get the desired product. And for that purpose, always remember, you use the sodium ethoxide NaOET first here, and then what it can do, it will abstract the acidic proton from here. You will get ETO, C double bond O, C minus charge, this CS3, then C double bond O and OET. That's it. And now you can use this is alkylation process, right? Alkylation, and further you use the appropriate alkyl halide, primary alkyl halide, which is CS3, CH2Br. Now there are two carbon atoms, which of them is electrophilic in nature. So this carbon CH2 group is more electrophilic than this CS3, and therefore it undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction by departing Br or retarding Br from here, and you are going to get here ETO, then C double bond O, then here I am writing CS3 as it is, and here we can write CH2, CS3, and rest of the part of the organic molecule we can write as it is. And now what will be the next step? Next step is, as usual, you can use H2O in presence of H plus, that is a hydrolysis process, right? This step is a hydrolysis, and once you do the hydrolysis, what can happen here? It will convert ester group into as a acid, and you will end up with the product here, this one HO, then C double bond O, then here CH2 CS3, at the bottom we can write CS3, and here also this one C double bond O and H. And finally, as we know that there is a triangle heating process where there is a elimination of carbon dioxide, and this is also as a well-known process, and this process is known as decarboxylation. During the decarboxylation, there is a elimination of carbon dioxide, and how that carbon dioxide get evolved, that I am always representing this one, so you can practice here. So here HO, then C double bond O, now C minor charge, I am writing this CH2 CH3 group like this, and one CH3 group like this. And finally, what is the next step? Next step will be the H2O in presence of H plus, and this process is known as a protonation. This is known as a protonation. And in the protonation, what happened? This carbanion can pick up proton from the water molecule and it will become HO, C double bond O. Then I am showing that properly over here. This one CS3, then CH2, then here is a CS3, H and C double bond O, OH. If you number this 1, 2, 3 and 4, what we got? We got our desired product or the final product, or what we can call it as the end product. So in this way we have seen the application number 5 over here. Now let us move on to the next application, that is application number 6 over here. Application number 6. Now let us see here. Next application, before that let me clean the board first. And application number 6 here, synthesis of succinic acid. Succinic acid. Synthesis of succinic acid. Now here remember how we can synthesize this succinic acid. Once again, what you required? You require first point to draw the correct structure of the given target molecule. Given target molecule is a succinic acid. If you remember the structure of succinic acid, it is a dicarboxylic acid, C double bond OH. Here also CH2, C double bond OH. This is a structure of succinic acid. So now you have to synthesize this by using diethyl malonate, and for that purpose it requires a planning once again. As usual, planning, there are 2-3 points we are talking here. H I am writing over here. So here I am highlighting this structure. And once you do this, CH, C double bond O, OH, this part is coming from. This part is coming from DEM or diethyl malonate. Second point, the second point which we are discussing, look at here. This is the part which I am highlighting here. I am writing here this one, CH2, C double bond O, OH, and this part is coming from alpha halo esters, and that is alpha halo ester, that is Br CH2 C double bond O OET. Alpha halo ester or alpha bromo ester we can call it. Now that's it. Now what is after the planning? The next point comes, which is synthesis. That is the synthesis part. Now in the synthesis, they have provided us precursor or the starting material. The name of that starting material, you know that ETO, C double bond O, then CH2, C double bond O, then OET, right? This is the structure of DEM, diethyl malonate, and that diethyl malonate will be treated with usually NaOET, that is a sodium ethoxide. Sodium ethoxide as a base which will abstract the highly acidic proton, we will get ETO, then C double bond O, CH minus, then C double bond O, OET. This species is known as a carbanion. Now again I am cleaning the board over here so that you can see the neat reaction representation. Here ETO, C double bond O, CH minus, then C double bond O, OET. It will be treated with alpha haloester, that is Br, CH2, C double bond O, OET. After there is again nucleophilic substitution reaction takes place, and there is a departure of Br. So what do we get? You can get here ETO, C double bond O, then CH. Here I am writing this CH2, C double bond O, OET, and here also C double bond O, OET, as it is. And now after that, let me clean the once again is board. Now what is the next step? And usually next step will be the hydrolysis. H2O in presence of H plus. After the hydrolysis, as we know that what happened, it is a triester. Triester means there are 3 ester groups are present, and after the hydrolysis, this process is known as a hydrolysis. Hydrolysis is a process where all the ester group get converted into acid, and you will be getting here HO, then C double bond O, CH, then C double bond O, OH, and here also this CH2, then C double bond O, OH, like this. And after that, what do you do? You can use the usual heating process. There will be elimination of carbon dioxide, and this process is known as decarboxylation. And after the decarboxylation, double bond over here and negative charge forming here, and we will be getting here HO, then C double bond O, CH minus, then here you can write here CH2, then C double bond O, OH as usual. And now this, and after that you can use the H2O in presence of H plus, that is a hydrolysis process. After the, not hydrolysis, this is a protonation process. Protonation. In the protonation, this carbanion will pick up the proton, and you will be getting the product here CH2, C double bond O, OH, and here CH2, C double bond O, OH, and this is nothing but our starting material. I think these are the application we have discussed so far here. Remaining application we will discuss in our next lecture. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.